MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Kansas City Royals and the Atlanta Braves. Curtis Rodriguez makes his big league debut right after this. Sean Newcomb will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
Digging in, Danny Nowakowski, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The center fielder, Danny Nowakowski.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here. This team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
Chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. He's hitting over .330 on the season, and when you think about that, that's basically 1 hit every third at bat. That's the type of guy you want in your lineup because you know every day he's going to come ready and he's going to produce.
At the plate now, Adam Doherty, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 1 home run and 11 RBIs. 0-1, here's the pitch.
At the ball.
Lots of sunshine in the forecast, 83 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-1 home. Grounded to the right. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
At the plate, Shea Clark. Strike called. Now the throw down. And it's going to be in time as Perez fired a strike to get him that time. 2 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Two and 2.
Flip a coin right here with this next pitch. After throwing 2 fastballs to get ahead, he's been able to lay off both those off-speed pitches. Looked like he's seeing it pretty good.
The 2-2 is in there. A called strike 3. Nothing doing for the Royals. And now the Braves will step up for their first opportunity to score. Curtis Rodriguez is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Starts him out with a good dancing knuckleball for a strike. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
Batting second, the shortstop, Gansby Swanson.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. First pitch of the at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Domit will wait on it. And that's out number 2.
Batting third.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. He went deep in the contest last night. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Knuckleball there, but it dances outside. Ball 1. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Two balls and a strike to Freeman.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Nowakowski is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. An inning in the books, no score on the show. Settling in now, J.D. Martinez. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race.
Guy continues to swing a hot bat. Hit over 300 last month. We'll see if he can keep scorching here in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball well outside. Ground ball right into the shift. Swanson brings it in. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Elvis Villarreal.
Now in the box, Elvis Villarreal. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way.
1-0.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
To 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
The 2-2. Popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks. And it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Stepping in now, Vinny Domit, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
The 2-2 is looked at for ball 3. John Burks would be next if they can keep this inning alive. No score here as we play inning number 2. To the left side, but it's well foul. The next 3-2.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
KC down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Salvador Perez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Rodriguez is making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
Yeah, Matt, this guy wasn't really the most highly touted prospect coming up through the minor league system, but one of the things he does, he throws strikes, and if he continues to pitch like he did in the minor leagues here at the big league level, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to stay here and pitch very competitive baseball.
Popped him up. Burks over to his left. 1 down.
Batting fifth, the left fielder.
So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Into the box, Michael Taylor. As he'll watch a knuckleball that finds the zone for strike 1. He'll enter play at .313. 9 homers and 34 driven in. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Drilled right back up the middle. Fielded cleanly and very quickly there. They're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting fifth.
Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. I think I'd take that one too. It's 0-2 now. A bouncer to the left side. Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. We'll move to the third with no score.
Welcome back to Truist Park, home of the Braves, who have proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. Entering the day, they rank in the upper echelon of several pitching categories, and that doesn't go unnoticed around the clubhouse. One of the position players told me, our pitching staff has a calming influence on the entire team. We know they're going to keep us in games, and flat out, they just get the job done, and that helps everyone play more relaxed and confident. It appears this group of pitchers is a real cornerstone of this ball club, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
John. First.
Here's the first pitch to him. John Burtz is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
In there, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. And another foul ball. Just off the end of the bat, it's a foul ball, and he'll stick around. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Skied into straightaway right.
Heading after it is Jankowski.
He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. So 1 gone in the inning now as we get a look there at the standings in the NL East as you see where the Braves find themselves entering play. Coming to the plate now, Damon Rodriguez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here's the pitch. Popped him up. Freeman has a play. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting 9.
So here now's the pitcher, Curtis Rodriguez. First offering on its way. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back. This guy can handle the bat.
Albies scoops it up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. So up steps Ozzie Albies, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And now pitch on the way. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. The windup and the 0-1. And an annoying knuckleball ping-ponging past a swing for a strike. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. 0-2, here it comes. A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Legs churning, he's headed for second. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, he started the offensive production with a bang right there. That's the first hit of the game, and it's a good one. Driving that ball to and over the wall for a ground rule double, and he's basically able to stroll into second base.
set. Here it comes. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Woo! That was ugly. Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Yanked hard, but foul to the right. Here it comes, 0-2. Got him. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
In now, Sean Newcomb. And with a runner already in scoring position and one away, he is likely not to be bunting here. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Rodriguez has generated quite a bit of hype during his minor league career, and it wouldn't be too surprising if some of these opposing fans bought tickets primarily to see him pitch and maybe boo him in his debut.
Well, listen, this is the much anticipated debut, and they're not making it easy for him as he's making his debut on the road, but that must tell you what the organization or what that manager feels about this young pitcher. If they feel confident enough to run him out there on the road in his debut, that tells you they really like this guy.
He's set, and the pitch.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And when that thing's doing that, forget it. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too, as a pitcher. This ball absolutely scorched. Actually hit so hard that it wasn't able to drive a run in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I know that ball was hit on the line. Surprised the third base coach held him with 2 outs.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. As he'll watch a knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Atlanta. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. All set for the start of the 4th. And standing in the outfielder, Danny Nowakowski.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 1-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
And he fouls this one off. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. A swing and a shot hit down the corner.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
To third. Camargo picks it up cleanly. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Adam Doherty. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid one hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bounce towards the mound. On to Freeman at first, and there are two away now. Striding into the box, Shea Clark. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball one, no strike.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
The 1-0 home.
Nope, inside. Ball
You can
two.
see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Now the 2-0. Hit high but foul, as that'll get in amongst the fans. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Line drive to left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And this will bang up against the wall.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here, looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he misses with it. 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Hard ground ball to third. Oh, look at the dive. Touche, sir. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And in to bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Pitch is popped up. And there's out number 1. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way.
Nope. That's inside.
Here it comes, 1-0.
That's a ball.
And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Fouled off. The 2-1. Ball 3. 3-2 now. And it's fouled away. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Knuckleball, and he can't pull the trigger. It's a called strike 3 for out number 2.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
In now, Michael Taylor. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the pitch. Too high. 1-2.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And that is past him at first. It's a fair ball. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those 1, 2, 3 easy innings. But now all of a sudden, they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double. Big moment here.
Standing in now, Aaron Hicks. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Called strike 0-2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Fouled away. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Pitch on the way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Villarreal is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
The left fielder
at the plate, Vinny Domet. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Villarreal aboard here at first with nobody out. 2 balls and no strikes to the Kansas City left fielder. Now the 2-0 home. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
All even now, 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the walk.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And he fouls this one off. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Burks. He flew out in his last at-bat. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch inside. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
That's not an easy thing to do, steal third base, especially off a catcher like this that has a good throwing arm.
Runners at second and third here, nobody out. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
He's been really effective in this one so far. But it's interesting here that with a couple of guys on base, he seems to be not trusting his stuff quite as much. Kind of messing around the strike zone a little bit.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
The 3-0.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team a lead.
He bailed him out with a swing. 3-2 now.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this is the biggest one. His ability to work out of nasty jams. 2 guys in scoring position right here. Interested to see how he works out of this.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So stepping in, Damon Rodriguez. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, but everything looked clean. He was on time. He looked powerful in the box. I guarantee you he wants that swing back. He's still thinking about it as he walks to the plate right here.
1 ball, no strikes to count. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Back goes Taylor, still ranging back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. His first home run of the season as they move on top 4-0. Well, welcome to those of you just joining us. We've got nobody out here in inning number 5.
Curtis Rodriguez.
Next up for the Royals, the pitcher, Curtis Rodriguez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now here it comes.
Nope.
Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
That evens it up 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Pitch on the way. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Danny Nowakowski is in for a 3rd plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. In there, and it's even at 1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Lifted in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Standing in, Adam Dougherty. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
The 1-0. Hit in the air to shallow center. Coming on for it is Hicks. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So they score 4 times on just 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on base. Home half of the 5th coming up. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And he won't take any chances on that one as this is scooped away in foul territory for the first strike. Ooh, back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Ozzie Albies with a solo homer. Home run number 5 on the year. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets them going.
And the next in is Johan Camargo. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Eddie Rosario will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
The right fielder, number
Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
The 0-1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Villarreal is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
And he takes strike 2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. It's quite possible the Lucas Richardson takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
number 58, Lucas Richardson.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and set to go as the 3rd baseman, Shea Clark.
Shea Clark.
First pitch on its way.
Ball one.
Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
The 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Here's J.D. Martinez as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 6th inning, 4-1 is our score. A ball and a strike. Two and one to the Royals' first baseman. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Ball. That's inside.
Elvis Villarreal is on deck. The 3-1 pitch.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Popped up. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
So now to the plate, Elvis Villarreal, as he'll take a look at ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0 to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats. so far. Alejandro Sanchez is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
A defensive change for the Royals. Now playing first base, number 30.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
One-zero count. Here it is. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Villarreal is camped under this one. One down. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a good spot there at the knees, but this is ruled to be low, apparently. 1-0. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Fouled off. One out, nobody on. Knuckleball dances just inside that time. Hit to short, right to him. And that's the second out. Stepping in for the Braves, Michael Taylor. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay. Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. A ball and no strikes. Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Nowakowski will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They trail it 4-1. Adam Kipling is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 46. Adam Kipling.
Digging in, Vinny Domet. He's been great lately, and it's resulted in his being awarded with the American League Rookie of the Month award.
Vinny Domet.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
0-1 the count.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Hit back up the middle. Swanson scoops it up, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, John Burks. First offering on its way. Hit down the line at first. Oh, and 1. Here it comes. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. set. Here comes the 1-1. It's 1-2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. 4 runs, only 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And there's ball 2 now.
What we're seeing here is a guy getting pitched to very carefully. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's a threat to score even when he's standing in the batter's box.
2-2 the count.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Still 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3 as they hold. Now batting, Aaron Hicks. No hits to this point.
The center fielder, Aaron.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Hard ground ball. Defense played him perfectly. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Ready for another chance? Ozzie Albies.
And he did hit a knuckleball out in his last at-bat. That's not an easy pitch to hit out. Sometimes that knuckleball has a mind of its own. It darts in.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
So here's Johan Camargo. Yes, he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
You could just see this guy out on the mound right here. Just the body language. He knows he's on top of his game. Executing a nasty slider down the way right there, giving this offense no chance.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Skied down the left field line. And they can't run it down. The next 0-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Nowakowski is there. 2 gone. Lawrence Mejia will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 51, Lawrence Mejia.
In there for strike 1. 0-1. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 2 home runs and 5 driven in. And he lays off for ball 1.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
This one's in there. Maybe should have been strike 3, but instead it's 1-2 now. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors and no one left.
Number 50.
Ben Coronado has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up.
The 1-0 home. Slow roller down the third baseline. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had 1 in my entire 18-year career. 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that 1 hit.
At the plate now, Danny Nowakowski. In there, now the throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
It's not easy to steal on a catcher that has a good arm, but he did just that and beats that throw into second base.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Runner's on his way to third. Strike taken. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
That's not easy to do. To steal third off a catcher that has an elite arm like this, great base running there.
Rodriguez, the runner at third with no outs. 2-strike bunt attempt here as this one's down. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. And they can't even get one on the play as the squeeze works to perfection that time. So credit him with an RBI as he really caught him by surprise there by dropping that down. Into the box now, Adam Doherty. Pitch outside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. The 1-0 home. That's a strike. The throw down is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
1-1. Here it comes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
Five runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Squaring with 2 strikes as he gets this one down. And there's 1 away.
The third baseman, number 8.
Stepping up now, Shea Clark. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Up and in for ball 1. 1 out and a runner on third. Curveball here, blocked by Perez. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. 3-1.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
And he somehow gets that one by him. 3-2 now.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Alejandro Sanchez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. 2 outs here with a runner at third. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And that is off the wall.
Well, that makes it a 4-run deficit, so you might have to start wondering if this is too much for them to come back. They've only been able to scratch across 2 runs the entire game so far, so coming up with 4 more in this one might be too tall of an order.
To the plate now, Elvis Villarreal. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. Pitch popped up. Perez calls for it, and that ends the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Travis Jankowski. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First offering on its way. Knuckleball taken inside for a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. This is line to left, and a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Dan, I don't think it's possible to throw a knuckleball middle cut the way that one just came out.
You know, as a pitcher, a knuckleball pitcher, you make your living on that movement of the ball, going up, down, in and out. In the last place he wants that one is the middle of the plate. And unfortunately, that's where that one ended up. And the result, a solid base hit.
Dansby Swanson lining up to hit as he'll watch a knuckleball that finds the zone for strike 1. They could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now a move over to first. Runner back standing. A runner at first with no outs here. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Down the left field line and deep. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Here it comes on 0-2. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a throw over, and the runner will get back standing. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit out towards second. Step on the bag for one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly two away now. So next up will be Freddie Freeman, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, and it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time.
Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Yeah, Matt, you know what, D-Roll, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game, but boy, we haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both lineups.
And up steps Salvador Perez. As he'll watch a knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike one. The Braves find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Sam Freeman enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Vinny Domit is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. The 1-0 home is a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as it is now 7-3.
Boy, you've got to love seeing a team that's never satisfied. They were up, but they've extended the lead to an even more comfortable 4-run margin. Going to be tough to come back from this one.
Into the box now, John Burks. And welcome in, everybody, as we join you now with nobody out in the 9th inning. Now at the plate, John Burks. From the stretch. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Freeman is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. And for a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
0-2 count and the pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Now to the plate, Damon Rodriguez. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Freeman, a left-hander standing just under 6 feet at 5'11". He was taken in the very late rounds during the 2008 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The pitch. Grounded weakly toward third. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Striding in, Curtis Rodriguez. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
They get him off balance there as he reaches for that one but can't find it. It's 2-1. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Danny Nowakowski would be next. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And standing in, the outfielder, Michael Taylor. Kevin Quackenbush takes the mound here. Not a save situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, and it's 0-1.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Popped up, and no, they can't get there. And another foul ball. Here's another 0-2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
And he chased it in the dirt. Burks recovers, and he makes the throw to first. Taylor is retired, and there's 1 away. Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike. And it's 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
And that's in there. Base hit. He'll get it into second.
You know, Dero, that's one of the downsides of being a knuckleball pitcher. You don't have a lot of other pitches in his repertoire. After seeing a few too many knuckleballs, he's able to hit a bullet right there for a base hit.
Yeah, this pitcher will occasionally mix in a fastball, give you a different look, but that's a lot of knuckleballs in a row. And I'll tell you what, he didn't miss it.
Now the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away. And the next in is Johan Camargo. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Outside.
That's ball one as it dances just off the outside.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making them work for this one.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Smoke toward third. He's got it. One there. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we call finishing strong.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. Kansas City used a nice fifth inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Curtis Rodriguez earns his first win of the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Royals swiped 7 bases as a club as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 7-3. The White Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Red Sox 5-4. The Cleveland Indians allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 4-0. The Minnesota Twins allowed only 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Tigers 6-1. The Baltimore Orioles amassed 14 hits in the game as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 11-5. The Mariners combined to give up just 5 hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 3-2. The Oakland Athletics hit 3 long balls as they beat the visiting Rays 9-5. The Astros totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 7-3. Jarlin Garcia grabbed his 2nd win of the year, leading the Fish to a win over the Dodgers 2-1. The Chicago Cubs put together 10 total hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 8-5. The Reds allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the best of the visiting Mets 4-2. The St. Louis Cardinals totaled 13 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 4-1. The Pirates got 11 hits overall as they dismantled the Giants 14-6. The Colorado Rockies finished off a 3-game sweep as they bested the visiting Nats 5-3. The San Diego Padres brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 7-4. The win was their 5th straight as a team. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.